I'm back. I'm back, guys. I'm totally back. I hope y'all missed me, because I sure missed y'all. Okay, but yeah. I haven't done a stream since, like, 2 weeks ago. Like, exactly 2 weeks ago. It has been, yeah, it was literally the day before my birthday. Going into my birthday, really. And that was the last time I streamed. And I had a nice birthday. Then I went out of town to go spend almost a week with my amazing girlfriend Kate for our anniversary. And I just got back last Tuesday, but I had to work like 4 consecutive days in a row. Now I'm here. And yeah, now it's time for some Mario Kart. So I hope you guys are excited. I want to give people a bit of time to... Oh, I got a friend request. Yeah, I want to give people some time to jump into this stream. Or like jump into the race. Like the lobby. I don't even know what anything's called anymore. Also, I want to give you guys a heads up. There might... I mean, right now the stream's running pretty smoothly. But there might be a chance where the stream might run slow at times. And the reason why I say this is, when I got back and I started at my computer, I noticed that my Ethernet cable was not working for whatever reason. I don't know why. Like, my Ethernet cable was plugged in, but it was saying, like, cannot read Ethernet cable. And then it just says, like, it just wasn't, like, nothing was connected, even though it was. And I was thinking maybe it was because the Ethernet cable got fried or something, I don't know. So I ended up buying a new one and still doesn't work. So who knows, I'm gonna have to do wireless. But yeah, we got 5 people in here, so let's go ahead. 150cc, we're gonna go for the 48. Because yeah, I don't got work tomorrow, so I don't have to worry about being on too long. As for tomorrow I'm off, and I'm thinking of possibly doing another Animal Crossing stream. And on Tuesday, actually, what am I doing? Moo Moo Meadows. On Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday I'm off. That's gonna be my next Mario Party stream with the gang. You know their names, Ali, Prox, and Noah. We still don't got no name, the gang with no name. The no-name gang. The no-name game. The no-name game. The gamers with no namers. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna. We'll have to come up with a name for our group. All I know is our group DM in Discord is we literally called it "We Need a Name." I'm off to a fantastic start. I haven't played this game. Yeah, I didn't even play this game at freaking when I went down to Texas. I brought it with me, but I had like a tiny little case where you can put a few of your, like a couple Switch cards, like 4 Switch cards, and I only played one of the games I had. that I brought with me, which was Tony Hawk 1 and 2. Well, I did play Animal Crossing, but that was because I have that game digitally. Yeah, if you guys are wondering, yes, I have Animal Crossing digitally. I ended up getting that game out of the blue, kinda. I remember it was coming out, and I was thinking, you know, I was not entirely sure if I was gonna get Animal Crossing or not, because I was thinking about it, I was like, I had a lot of fun with New Leaf and City Folk, but it was just like the thought of having to play every day, like, I knew I was gonna I feel like I was gonna get a little tired of playing every day, which eventually that happened with New Leaf. I stopped playing altogether. But I eventually decided to get it, like, out of the blue. This was also around the time like COVID, like, I mean, you guys know COVID was really starting to kick off around that time, and also there were some personal things going on in my life, so yeah. So I ended up getting that game out of the blue pretty much. And it turns out to be a wonderful decision on my part. I mean, if you guys watch my videos on my channel, you know that I take my Animal Crossing really seriously. I still think I was really excited for the, like, I was really excited with the idea of using my footage with my Animal Crossing character to make reviews. We're going to Rainbow Road already? Okay. Yo guys, I haven't said this in like 2 weeks, but please be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. I forgot to boost up. Be sure to hit that like button. We are at 2 likes right now, so please hit that like button. Get us up to 10 likes. We are going to be going on for a good solid about 3 hours once the 48 races is up. I hope you guys stick around for the entirety of the stream. If not, that is totally fine. You guys have your own lives. But it is the weekend, so it's like, I know some of you guys who go to school, you don't have to worry about school until Monday. You might have other things going on, but who knows? Wario just hit Wario. Ow, what the fuck? Oh yes, I also, before I went on my trip to Texas, I did drop a video of that teased a bunch of upcoming projects. If you haven't seen the video, I suggest you check it out so you can see some new videos to get excited about, some news to get excited about. Oh my god. That's one thing to not be excited about, is falling. Okie dokie. I'm eating some gummy bears, because why not? That's a lemon one, I think. Let's see, yeah, who do we got here? Let's see, Ruli, Korappa the Rapper, Gamer Watch, Sword, Drybones, Jose, you're all here. Awesome. Alright. What kind of gummy bears? They call it the world's best gummy. It's called Albanese World's Best. I'm too good for those Haribo gummies. I'm just kidding. Those are good too. But this one has like 12 different flavors of gummy bears. Oh shoot, I forgot I have a habanero lollipop that I got. I went to this place at the mall in Texas called Pepper Palace. I think they have that place around. I don't know how many, I don't know how many are in the country. Like, I don't know how big of a place it is, like, throughout the country, but I went to this place, and like they let you take little spoons, and some places let you, or yeah, they let you take little spoons, and they have all these different hot sauces that you could sample. All you gotta do is take a little spoon and then just pour a little bit onto your spoon and try it. There's even some salsas that you can take chips and dip it in. And they got all other stuff. They got, apparently they got a spicy energy drink, which I didn't get. And they also got jalapeno and habanero lollipops. And I got one of each. I still haven't had the habanero one. I might, you know what? I might eat it in just a bit. The jalapeno wasn't really that hot. And it was pretty good. I remember I ate the jalapeno one. I went to the movie theater with Kate. Well, I mean, I went everywhere with Kate because I went to see her. But yeah, we went to the movie theater together. After the mall. Well, the movie theater was in the mall, actually. There was an AMC theater that was like pretty much attached to the mall. It was like at the edge of the mall, like one edge of the mall. And we went there, and we brought the lollipop in, and I brought the lollipop in there, and I had it while we watched the movie Respect, which it's not usually the type of movie I would normally watch, but I know Kate wanted to see it, so we agreed to go watch that movie, and it's a pretty good movie. Basically, it's the life story of Aretha Franklin. And it's more than just how she made the song Respect, the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what it means to me. Who knows? Maybe next time. Maybe when she comes down here, we'll go see that. We'll see that Free Guy movie. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Free Guy. Which I honestly had never heard of until that Ubisoft presentation during E3. which I remember finding really weird. I was like, this is E3, it's about video games, not movies. Then again, I was kind of hoping to see a trailer for the Mario movie during the Nintendo Direct. That would be funny if they actually showed... That would be funny if they actually showed a trailer for the Mario movie during a Direct. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I mean... What am I doing? I hope it blew everyone up around me. Well, that doesn't even matter anyway. Yeah, I apologize if the stream looks a bit laggy. Probably because of the internet. I'm using wireless internet, not Ethernet. Because the Ethernet cable, for whatever reason, is not working for me. Like, it was saying that it would acknowledge, like at first it would acknowledge that it was plugged in, but it would be like, oh, it can't connect to the internet. Now it's just saying that it's not connected at all, even though clearly on both ends, both in the wall and into my computer, they're both connected in both ends. I have and this is the new Ethernet cable that I bought earlier today after work. I inserted both ends into their proper slots and nothing. Nothing at all. Alright, and real quick before I begin the next race, I will be right back because I have to get something important in my life. I'll show you. It's still not fucking cold. It's like, it's not room temp, but it's like, it's a little bit colder than room temp, but it's not completely cold. Yes, Coca-Cola. Which I find weird. They redesigned the cans a little bit to where the logo is like slightly above the center. Like it used to be centered. Like what are you supposed to? What kind of shit can you put? Like just leave an empty red void of nothing. Oh well. We still haven't been to Moo Moo Meadows. Come on, let's go to Moo Moo. Yay! Guys, be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. But yay, Moo Moo Meadows, let's do it. Yay! This is our 5th race out of 48. Let's... Oh, Warriors booty bump me. But yeah, I had an overall fun time in Texas with Kate. I want to give a quick rundown of what we all did. First day, I got there. I got to Texas around noon. I flew in around 10 in the morning. Or I left the airport around 10. Got to Texas around noon. Got to the house where I pretty much unpacked, and then we exchanged our anniversary gifts, which were pretty freaking amazing. I got Kate one of those reversible octopus plushies because she thought those were really cool and cute, and she wanted one of those, so and she loves plushies. So I got her that. Then I also got her a picture frame with a couple good pictures that we've taken of each other. And then I also got her... I got her a 3-pound bag of gummy worms because she loves gummy worms. It's actually the same brand. It's the same brand of as the gummy bears that I'm eating. Why can't Michael Jackson be like, oh my god, what kind of joke is that? Anyways. And Kate got me some, she actually got me a couple packs of Lifesavers. She got me a tiny Neopet plush because I was talking about Neopets for her, or with her at one point, and I was just like, and she decided to get me one, which I have over in the, I have like some other plushes that are like up where I put my games and such. Yo, Sword's here. Yeah, go ahead, Sword. Oh, mind if I join? You know, you're always welcome to join, Sword. Oh, we're going to Moo Moo again. Anyways, so she got me the small Neopet plush. She got me 2 packs of Lifesavers, and then the big one she got me. You can actually see if you are looking in the background, or if you look very closely in the background above the Coca-Cola sign, it's hanging on the wall. She bought a commission from. She bought a commission from an artist. I can't remember what her username is, but I know sometimes she just goes by Mel. But it's the same artist I commissioned for. I commissioned her to make an Animal Crossing icon, like an icon of Kate's Animal Crossing character to use as a profile pic. Well, it turns out she really loves this artist, and she decided to commission this picture of me and Kate, based on a picture we took together. Which you can't really see it. You can't really see it as clearly. Can't see it as clearly. Like, I mean, you can look closely and see it, but if you want a better look at it, just go to my Twitter, which the link should be in the description below. Just go to my Twitter and you'll see. And just scroll down through my tweets and you should see a picture of that. Like, I took a picture of the canvas and like the actual drawing, like the digital drawing. It's an amazing artwork. We look like 90s anime characters. It's a beautiful drawing, and I'm surprised it's actually still holding up because I put command strips on that bitch. But yeah. So yeah, we exchanged gifts. Then we went out to dinner. We went to Texas Roadhouse. Because Texas Roadhouse is amazing. And it was especially amazing since it was Texas Roadhouse at actual Texas. An actual real Texas Roadhouse. It was amazing. Yeah. I love Texas Roadhouse. I love... They have this one thing called the Roadkill. It's basically a steak with... Basically, it's a steak that has Monterey Jack cheese, like melted Monterey Jack cheese over it, and it also has sauteed onions and mushrooms, which I think is pretty good. Like it's a pretty good deal. Like it tastes really good. Plus, it's like if you the other steak dishes, you have to literally ask for sauteed mushrooms on the side, sauteed onions and mushrooms, and they will charge you extra for it. They usually charge you extra for that. But this, it comes with it, so yeah. Also, it's a pretty soft cut, so it's like it's easy to like you don't really need much help with a knife to cut it. Also, they're also if you haven't tried their rattlesnake bites, like for appetizer, I highly encourage you to do so. They're basically fried. It's like fried jalapeno and cheese balls. I'm trying to find a way to not say balls, but it's like fried dough balls filled with cheese and jalapenos, like jalapeno pieces. It's not really that spicy. Or at least not for me. I know some people don't. I mean, I might just be saying it's not spicy because I have a high heat tolerance. But yeah, try the rattlesnake bites if you haven't at Texas Roadhouse. It's really good. Anyways, so yeah, we pretty much chilled out. Like other than eating, we chilled out. We played Animal Crossing, which we played pretty much every day we were there. We played Animal Crossing. Kate was villager hunting for Lucky, which funnily enough, her dog's name is Lucky, which I'm sure you guys know. Like, if you've seen my Twitter and probably heard me talk about it. Alright, Dry Bones, I'll catch you later. I'll see you whenever you come back. But yeah, we were villager hunting for Lucky, and it did take us a while to find him. We did find some villagers like Bertha, though, and I think we found Shep at one point. We eventually found Lucky, which was really cool. Well, it was funny, Kate was actually starting to fall asleep, and I was villager hunting, and we found Lucky, and I was like, oh my god. She's planning on redoing her village to make it a Halloween themed village, which I think is pretty cool. So she's gonna end up replacing some of, I think she's probably still in the process of replacing some of her villagers with like ones that like fit the Halloween aesthetic. But yeah, anyways, the second day we were there, or the second day I was there, was the day we went to the mall, which I've talked about. We had lunch. We had lunch there. Funnily enough, we went to a place that was like, it said it was like a Cajun place, but like it was like a place that would serve like Cajun food, but it was actually a Chinese. It had Chinese food pretty much. It had stuff like noodles and bourbon chicken. It was like it's similar to another place at the mall that has that kind of stuff, or like at the mall here in Florida. No, I'm not, I don't think I'm gonna do VC tonight. I think all my friends are busy right now. Like people like I know people like Allie and Prox. No one might. I don't want to just. I'm just gonna kind of take it easy tonight. I might do VC tomorrow and see if I can get like maybe Noah and maybe Kia there too. We'll see. Anyways, we went to the mall, we had lunch, we went to the movies, we went to Pepper Palace, we went to the movies, saw Spec, and then, yeah, we went back, and that was pretty much the second day. Third day, we pretty much just chilled at the house all day. We played games, and we watched, we got donuts in the morning, then we watched a movie on Netflix. Oh my god. It was such a sad fucking movie. It was called 5 Feet Apart. And no, it wasn't about COVID, but I mean, I think they try to make it. I think they were like trying to. It was basically instead of saying it's instead of like. I think they made it in response to COVID. Like they made like the way these characters are living their lives are pretty similar to COVID. But it wasn't even about COVID. But it was a sad movie. It was about like these patients with forgot what the thing was. I had to search this shit up. Actually, no, the race is about to start. It was some kind of lung disease. Or lung disease. Fans did more in a few days. I try to make it last. I mean, trust me, honestly, this was probably the most freedom I've had this summer in a long time. Like, this is probably the most, well, yeah, not just in summer, just in a long time. Ever since I got the fucking job at Bed Bath & Beyond, this is like the most freedom I've ever had. I seriously need to get out of retail. I just need a job that's gonna make, I need a job that's gonna help me, that will help me, like, that will help me feel like I have that will help me feel like I can have a balance between work and personal life. A job that makes me feel like a bit more freedom. Because, I mean, obviously I have days off, but it's like, what really gets me though is, yes, I have my days off, and yes, I get excited when I have like multiple days off in a row, but it's just like, the thing that always like haunts me pretty much is like, I know I'm gonna end up going back eventually. It's happened a lot, like back when I worked at Walmart and I would go on a cruise. Like, I remember it was 2019, December 2019, I was really hyped for this cruise that I was going on. And I was like thinking, yeah, this is awesome. But I knew yes, I'm gonna end up like, I knew I'm gonna have to go back. Eventually go back. I was like, I know I'm gonna wind up back here. It's gonna go by before you know it. It's like, sometimes it feels like I'm at home, or I'm at work more than I'm at home. It's like, home is only a temporary place for me to rest. Until I get called out to work and shit. What the fuck? Actually, okay, I feel bad for saying this now. I said that I think this video was made in response to COVID. No, this came out before COVID did. And it was cystic fibrosis is what everyone had in that movie. Also, guys, be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. We are at 4 likes. That age. Oh, tell me about it. Yeah, COVID wasn't even a thing until like it didn't. That was like, it was like what, late 2019 when that shit started to spread, and then like late February through March was like when that's when it went, oh shit. That's when it got to the point where it was like, oh shit, we gotta do something, like this isn't good. Yeah, that was a rough time. Like, it's like not just COVID, but also personal life was also rough. It was also rough at that point for me. I don't know if some of you probably weren't some of you probably weren't here back in the days when I worked at Walmart. I will say I started working at Walmart back in August of 2019. I ended up getting let go. I ended up getting let go at like this past February. And it was a really good paying job. It was my first full-time job. It was a really good paying job. And I didn't mind it at first, but then as soon as COVID started really coming around, I mean, we were one of the only, Walmart was one of the only stores that actually stayed open through COVID. The most Walmart ever did was actually close, like, because Walmart used to be open 24 hours, and now they close at, I think they closed at 11 now. But it was originally, when they started closing it, they closed it at like 8:30. Then they moved it to 10, and then 11. Which I will admit, it was nice whenever it closed at 8:30, because that meant we didn't have to deal with customers as much. But this is what really, this is the thing that really, like, it was chaotic, like, because you guys probably remember at the beginning of the shit where people were taking all the toilet paper. Like, there were no, like, pretty much anywhere you go, like, the shelves are toilet paper. It's like, I'll tell you one thing. It's like, yeah, that eventually died down, and thankfully, like, the places are restocked with toilet paper. Like, there's no toilet paper shortage and all that anymore. I'll tell you what was a big pain like I'll tell you what, whenever one of, like, okay, hold on, let me see if I can English properly. It wasn't just toilet paper that people were taking. It was pretty much all the disinfectant spray, like Lysol and Clorox, like disinfectant wipes, disinfectant spray. I used to work in the chemical aisle. Like, I used to work in the aisle where that's where we stocked it. The Lysol and the spray and the wipes. And I cannot count how many times from when COVID started to when I ended up leaving, or not leaving. Well, yeah, I did leave, but I got let go. To the point where I cannot tell you how many times I've had customers come up to me and say, "Do you guys have any Lysol spray? Like, or when are you guys gonna get any more Lysol spray in? Or where's the disinfecting wipes? Where's the Clorox?" And like, people, they will ask you. They kept asking me, "Do you have the wipes? Do you have the spray?" I say no. We do not have any at the moment. And some people, they'll keep asking you, or they'll try and ask you, like, "Do you know when you're gonna get more in?" It's like, no, because I don't know what comes off the truck. This one bitch. Oh yeah. Before I get into this, so you tell them that you don't have the wipes or the spray, and then they decide, they literally go into like they go for one of those sob stories where they go, I've been coming in here throughout the past every time I came in here the past few months, y'all never had Lysol spray. Or like they like complain, it's like they're complaining. And I'm like, this one chick, she said, she asked if I had Lysol spray, or if we had Lysol spray. I said, no, we don't. And then she goes, and her response was, why? I'm like, why? Because we don't fucking have it. She's like, you guys never get any in. Every time I come in here, y'all never have it. Oh, no. We did have the disinfecting spray, but it was the great value kind. And you know people, like, apparently, like, for some people that's not good enough. Some people, like, literally, people go crazy for this damn Lysol spray. People went crazy for that shit. Like, they literally, they bought it. It's like the way they act about how they really need it. It's like they're afraid that COVID's gonna, like, sneak up on them, so they need to have a weapon on them, you know? That's what it felt like. But yeah, they decide, people pull that sob story, like, oh, I've been coming in here for the past few weeks, past few months, y'all never had it. I'm like, it's just like, I always have the urge to tell them, well, I'm so sorry that you don't have the best luck and that you don't come in at the right moments. I mean, there's no telling. There's no telling when we get it in. It's just like, I mean, I worked 2 to 11. That's pretty much when the trucks were in, and we had people unloading the trucks. So it's like anywhere in the afternoon. That's when we got the shit. But yeah, it's just like there's no telling how much of it we'll get or if we get any at all. But I'm usually the one that ends up stocking it, and literally if there's one thing I've noticed is that if I'm stocking it and there's someone already in the aisle, chances are that person's gonna grab like 1 or 2. We used to have a limit for that shit too, and some people didn't even listen to that. They just literally grabbed the whole. Some people literally try to grab the whole damn set of it, like, because you got the freaking Lysol that like they come in like 12 packs of 12 that like they come shrink wrapped in a pack of 12 that you have to cut open, and like people take 1. Some people will literally take it off the pallet. Oh my god, I hated when people would mess with the pallets. Like if this happened a couple times where I left a pallet, or we were always told, like the managers told the unloaders to take the chemical pallets to like the other side, like to the grocery back room, like whenever they finish a truck. Instead of like taking all the chemical pallets out to the floor, they just say, hey, take them to the grocery back room. Like especially if there's any Lysol on the pallets. And then there was a couple times where one of the unloaders decided to just park some of the pallets out onto the floor right as I was going on break. And I come back, and one of my coworkers was telling me that there were customers trying to get the Lysol spray off of the pallet, and mind you, the Lysols were like at the bottom. Like there were like a bunch of boxes over the Lysol, and they were like trying to grab it, and like they're pretty much risking all the boxes falling on top of them, and like someone could have gotten hurt. So it was pretty much, I mean, I didn't get in trouble for it, thankfully, but I mean, it would have been pretty much everyone's fault in that situation. It would have been the unloader's fault for putting it there. It would have been my fault for leaving it unattended, and it would be the customer's fault for being a complete dumbass and craving the freaking Lysol. I will say, guys, chances are your first job, like whenever you guys end up, like some of you guys, I know some of you guys are still young and haven't had a part-time job yet or haven't gotten a job yet, but chances are you're going to be working, your first job will probably either be fast food or retail, which honestly, for me, that's kind of like a pick your poison kind of deal. It's like you can either work in the back cooking, or like making orders for people and having to stay on top of things like during a bunch of rushes, or you could you could go around stocking things, or you can stock some you could stock the shelves at a grocery store and have to put up with a bunch of dumbass customers. Well, I mean, you could probably still put up with dumbass customers. Like working fast food, but fast food you're less likely to. You'll just be in the back cooking. But when you're out on the floor stocking, customers are going to be coming up to you asking all kinds of bullshit. They can ask you, hey, where is this thing? And it's literally right in front of their fucking face. Or like right behind them. And they always pull the, if it was a snake, it would have bit me. I remember there was a Tourette's guy video where his son said that. He was like, man, if it was a snake, it would have bit me. And then he goes, I'm not gonna say the bad word, but he basically said, but Tourette's guy was like, yeah, and if it was a gay dude, let's just say that, it would have sucked your dick. But yeah, I hated hearing that people say that. It really made me want to get an actual snake and just sit and let it slither around the shelves and actually bite people who can't find whatever the hell they needed. Customers are dumbasses. I'm sorry. Well, I'm sure they're great people. I'm sure they're great people, but I feel like that's a thing. Is sometimes when we are customers in a store, it's like we end up becoming. Some people end up becoming way too reliant on like workers. Like, some people resort to freaking, they will literally ask you where something is and they didn't even try to look. They will tell you, oh, I already looked in that aisle. Really? Let's go to that aisle and see. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Oh, and do not get me started on background noise. There are a list of noises. I have a list of noises that some of them I hear every freaking day. Some of them don't happen as often as others. But if you work at Walmart, you are guaranteed to hear like about 5 to 10 times a day. You are guaranteed to hear a baby or a little kid crying and throwing a tantrum. I have never been through an entire day working at Walmart where I've never heard a baby crying. And I know that once I hear that first baby cry, I know that's not going to be the last one I hear. Let me tell you guys, working at Walmart had completely drained my soul. I'm just completely done with retail. Like, I mean, now that I'm talking about this again, now that I'm like remembering all this, I think about my job at Bed Bath & Beyond. It's honestly not as bad as my experience at Walmart, but honestly, I do have a big problem with Bed Bath & Beyond. That's my damn manager, but I'll get into that later. Oh yeah, nice, I got that. I have not been paying attention to the race at all. I've been just... I probably lost horribly, but... Anyways. But yeah, okay, so, yeah. You'll hear little kids and babies crying. You'll hear... And then you'll also hear... Well, I feel like some people don't really hear this all, like... But I heard it all the time because I was working close to where this noise happens, and that's the fucking in the pet aisles, which I work the chemical aisles, which the pet aisles are like literally a few aisles down, and I sometimes get sent to work there after if I end up finishing my stuff. When I was every now and then, I don't think it happened every single day, and it definitely didn't happen as often as kids crying, but kids will literally... Well, actually, it's not always kids that do this. It usually is, but sometimes it's just some... It's just some dumbass teenagers / college kids. I'm not saying all teenagers and college kids are dumb, but I mean, yeah, like, I mean, I get it. We're at a phase where we like to act up. It's basically, I think it's basically, now that I think about it, it's almost like basically like getting all the kid energy out of you before you become an adult. Maybe that's what it is. But yeah, they like to play with the fucking squeaky toys and the rubber chickens. Oh my god. And some people just, they don't stop. And I was literally... And there have been points where I just would go over there just to see who was squeaking the toys. And yeah, that's how I know that it's usually some teenagers and shit doing that. There was one point where I was literally about to go over there and go off on... I don't remember if it was a... I think it might have been... I was literally about to go off on someone. There had been a lot of instances where I was literally about to go off on someone. Okay, another noise that I sometimes hear, and this was, I had no idea people do this, but apparently they do. People play Marco Polo in the store. I get it but which I kind of get because it helps people find people, but I'm like, you know that's a game for the swimming pool, right? It's like, you're not walking around Walmart with your eyes closed or blindfolded. Also, there was one time where there have been a few times where freaking teenagers were literally playing it just for fun, and they were shouting it. They were like, Margo! Like, are you fucking retarded? I apologize if you guys don't like that use of that word. Like, oh yeah, there was one particular day, there was like this group of teenagers. They were walking around the store acting like complete jackasses. And I think that these were some of the people that, like, some of those people were playing Marco Polo just for fun. And they were doing this shit around my fucking aisle. And so I head to the bathroom because the bathroom was like my happy place there. That was the place I needed a breather. I'll admit, sometimes I went to the bathroom. Sometimes I went to the bathroom just so I can kind of have a breather from every... I don't know why I voted for Sherbert Land again, but... It's okay, we're going to Moo Moo. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to the back. I'm going to the bathroom, whatever. I walk down one of the aisles. I turn. I look over. I see two girls trying to doing some... It looked like they were... I think they were making a fucking TikTok or some shit. Like, can you get the fuck... Can you please... They have, like, invaded my territory. You know a place is shitty when the bathroom is your happy place. Oh my god, yeah, exactly. If you scroll down... Oh yeah, another thing. Announcements. Like, when people make when like the workers make announcements over the intercoms, they pick the worst people to do it's like they pick the worst people to do the announcements over the intercom, or maybe it's just the intercom makes your voice sound annoying. Probably that. I swear, it feels like almost everyone who uses the intercom sounds so fucking annoying. They either say something annoying, or the tone of their voice is annoying, or what... Oh my god, hi baby, how's it going? Oh my god, Kate's here. Don't mind me, I'm just playing Mario Kart while I'm venting about how shitty my job at Walmart was. So what was I saying? Oh, I was going in the bathroom to take a breather, and you've probably seen some tweets, or if you go through my Twitter, you could probably see some tweets of me just being upset and pissed, and I was usually in the bathroom. Cause yeah, I had a phase where I was like making videos about how shitty working at Walmart was, and like, oh my god, I'm so glad I got out of that place. I know I was let go, but... Which I know... I probably should have tried to get another job at first, but I mean... I'm just glad I got out of there. But yeah. But, which I will say, and I like I already said, Bed Bath & Beyond is a better job than, it has been a better job than Walmart. Though, I'm still not a fan of it, and I still... Like, I think I've realized, yes, I need to get out of retail as soon as I can. Hopefully I'll be able to find a job where don't feel like I'm suffering. I have to put up with a bad manager. Because I've had a few bad experiences at Bed Bath & Beyond Triple B, and most of them regard my manager. For instance, sometime last month, early last month, one day I was going in to do some freight, which that's my main job there, is going to the back, working some freight. Well, one day in particular, we still have plenty of freight left for me to do, but my manager decides that she wanted me and my other coworker who also does freight, to stay out on the floor and work some freight. Like when I say I do freight in the back, like I mean like we get a truck with pallets. We get we get a handful of pallets with a bunch of boxes on them, and what we do is we basically have to cut open, like, we have to scan all the boxes on each pallet, and then take the stuff out of the box and put them on what we call cages that you can, like, they're basically like these shelves that you can put. They're basically these shelves you put stuff on and then you push around. And so yeah, that's what I do. I like working in the back because I don't have to deal with customers. It's calm for the most part. There is a freaking speaker that's like, there is like a speaker like in my an area that plays the music, which, by the way, you've probably seen tweets about this, but they play the same freaking songs every day. They have like one playlist that it's like they have a playlist of songs. I guess they have a playlist that they just run down each day, and I guess it resets at some point. I don't know how, because it's like I don't know how. It just feels like it's like they'll play one song, they'll play a particular song like at night, and then when I come in the next morning, I'll end up hearing that song again, and it's just like, or there's a couple instances where I've heard like the same song twice, so it's like I don't know how. Oh, that was a good banana slant. But yeah, other than that, it's nice. It's just me, or it's me and my coworker working freight. Not too bad. Occasionally we get deliveries from FedEx and UPS, which just adds on just adds to the work I'm doing. But then, usually if there's nothing for me to do, if there is no freight, they'll usually try and have me work freight on the floor, which I don't really like doing because they have me doing, that means I have to deal with customers. And my manager expects me to actually interact with the customers and like help them out, like help every single one out if I could. Like, try to. It's like try to. She asks me. She tells me to say hi, to greet every customer, ask them what they need help with. It's like there's usually a lot of customers. And it's like, do you want me to get my shit done? Do you really want me to get my shit done? Alright, Gamer Watch, I'll catch you later. Like, the way... It's like the way my manager... It's like, from the perspective of my manager, it probably makes sense to her, but sometimes the way she wants things done doesn't make sense. Like, the fact that she wanted me and pretty much everyone who is there to work freight on the floor. There was plenty of people working freight. There was plenty of people working freight that day. To where you could literally just have me in the back trying to get this shit done. I'm literally trying to get this shit done. Because there's a truck that would be coming in the next day. And it's just like, if there's still freight left from the last truck on the day where the next truck comes in, it's like everyone's got to freaking scramble to get it done. Or I say everyone, but it's like usually one co-worker. There's only three workers that do freight in the back. It's me and two other guys. I really think they need to hire more people, but you know, honestly, it's understandable why people don't come work here because, or if they do, they don't stay long because of my freaking manager. She tells me, my coworker, like, alright, like, you just come in, I want you to work freight for an hour. Yeah, just work freight for an hour, and then you can go back and do freight. Turns out, and she was also saying, like, yeah, and then later on she was like saying, like, yeah, we need to get all this freight out here done and all that. I was thinking, okay. Well, turns out she really like when she wanted all this freight done, she wanted it, like, she wanted everyone to be working freight, including me, like, out on the floor, like, but I was thinking, alright, well, I'm working the freight, like, but, I mean, I didn't really know that she wanted me to stay, like, she basically changed her mind about me being there for an hour. She was basically saying, everyone, like, you're staying out here until freight is done. Like, freight out on the floor is done. I didn't know that she was wanting me to do it. I just went ahead. I waited till my hour was up. Then I went back to the back and I started doing freight again. Then they were starting to radio and look for me. Like, they were looking for me on the radio. They were like, Ben, what's your location? All that shit. I was like, I'm in the back. Then here comes that bitch manager rolling around. She rolls up, and it's kind of funny when she rolls up. Sometimes I usually hear when people open the door, but it feels like she sneaks up, like, out of nowhere. She comes around, like, out of nowhere, and I'm like, what the fuck? She comes up, she's like, Ben, you're still supposed to be out there working freight. You still need to be out there working freight. I'm like, and I told her, I said, but she said you said to only work freight for an hour. And she was like, yeah. And then I said that all the freight needs to be done out here before you can do freight back here. I told her, okay. Then she walks away. Then she turns around and walks away. And I was already unboxing. I was already taking out a box. Like taking something out of a box. And after she walked off, I literally picked up that box and chucked it into the compactor in like super hard, like in rage. I was so pissed off. And then we have like a computer next to the table where you can like check how much freight you've been doing. And I literally stood next to the computer, and I was just like, I had like water, and I was just drinking water, and I'm just like, I was like trying to process shit. Someone else back up by that. So I was like, so I go out there. She was like, "All right, yeah, go ahead and start working this cage." I'm like, "Yeah." About a minute or two later, I call a code 1, which is basically saying, "Hey, I'm going to the bathroom." And then I pretty much went to the bathroom. I was literally having a meltdown. I wasn't like screaming or anything, but I was like, it's like, I mean, you can have a meltdown without like talking and screaming and shit. Like, it's like you were like an anxiety attack, meltdown kind of shit. I was mad. I was literally texting Kate in the bathroom. I mean, Kate, if you're here, you can vouch for me for that. I was pissed. I was texting her, telling her the bullshit that just happened. I'm in the bathroom for a good while doing this because I really needed a breather. He was very angry, yeah. So I'm sitting in the bathroom, still texting Kate. Then I get another radio. I get radioed by my manager. She says, "Ben, what's your location?" I tell her I'm in the bathroom. She responds with, "Are you not feeling well? Do you need to leave?" Yo, what's up, Jay and Channel? I see you on Mario Kart. I'm glad you are here for this stream. I don't know how long I plan on staying, but I appreciate you joining. Guys, be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. And hope you enjoy this stream as I continue to talk about the shit that went down. So, my manager says, "Are you okay? Like, do you need to go home?" And in my head, I'm like, you know what? Yes, I do need to go home. Because this is a shitload of fuck. So I told her, yeah, I'm not feeling well. Pretty much. And then, like, I kind of sat for a bit, and then I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna need to go home. So she thinks I was feeling sick. Like, that's what she meant by, am I not feeling good? Like, I was sick. But she wasn't entirely wrong. Yes, I was sick, but I was sick as in I'm sick and fucking tired of this damn job. And I really felt like I was considered quitting that day. Like, all I know is I just needed to get out of there. I really didn't feel like I was going to be able to get through the rest of that day. So I decided. So when she said, "Are you okay? Are you not feeling good?" That's when, or like, "Do you need to go home?" That's when I took that opportunity to say, yes, I do need to go home. This was 2 hours into the shift, by the way, and I think I came in at I think my shift started at 9, and I think my shift went from 9 to 3:30, 9 to 3 or 9 to 3:30 or something. So yeah, it was already almost 11 o'clock when I was in the bathroom having that meltdown, and so yeah, it was already so that's when I left, and I was thinking, oh my god, thank god, I'm ready to... So what I did was I took my ass to Zaxby's afterwards, and I find it funny because that's a place I used to work at that I also ended up quitting. That I ended up quitting because I couldn't take that job anymore. I still work at Bed Bath & Beyond. Like, it almost felt like I quit, but I know I didn't. I just... did I have a day? Oh yeah, I think that was a Thursday, and I think I had maybe 1 or 2 days that I was working. 1 or 2 more days after that I was working. Alright, Chicken, I appreciate you joining. It was good having you. I don't know. But for however long, I think I had a couple more days after that, maybe 1 or 2 days. One or 2 days left. Like 1 or 2 more shifts after that, and I didn't see my manager at all. I'm like, it always feels like whenever my manager ends up pissing me off or she goes on some bullshit, it's like all of a sudden she's gone. I think she did some kind of bullshit sometime afterwards, and then I ended up not seeing her for the rest of the week. This past what was it, Thursday? Yeah, I worked Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I worked a short shift today. Yeah, Thursday. It always feels like it's a Thursday. I don't know what it is. I go in at 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, yeah, this is the most recent. Recent bullshit with her. She does not appreciate. She is not very appreciative of us. She said that she's appreciative. She said she was appreciative of us during a meeting, but she was like saying that to everyone in general. But she's bullshitting because we had a truck on Wednesday. We have trucks that come in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We had a truck that had a little bit more. We had a little bit more freight than usual. This was my first day back to work after the trip to Texas. First day back from first day back, we had a truck that was like 500 boxes, which normally the average amount of boxes we get is 400. So we got a little more extra than last time because we had a bunch of seasonal shit. So yeah, this truck comes in around 12:30, which was like a little bit after I came in. I came in at 12. The truck came in around 12:30. And my shift didn't end at 8. Me and my coworker pretty much spent, like, we spent the whole shift knocking out as much as we could. This was a truck, mind you, this was a truck that, I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going. This was a truck that was mostly, like, this had a little bit more extra than usual. It was like about 500 boxes. What the fuck? I've been disconnected? Oh, man. Wait, communication. It kicked me. It kicked me offline, too. First it kicked me out of the lobby, then it kicked me offline. I think it's the internet. The wireless internet's been kind of shitty lately for this apartment. This is why I need the wireless I wish my Ethernet cable was working. Dang, it's only been an hour and a half. Anyways, let me finish my story. Let me finish my story, if you guys still want to hear it. So yeah, 500 boxes. We got over half that truck done. We had like... No, wait. No. Yeah, well, yeah, we did have over half that truck. It was like 500 boxes. We had like maybe 180 boxes left for that day. And we still had another day to get the rest done. Which we didn't. Well, yeah, which I didn't. It was just me there for like 6 hours. But 500 boxes, only 100, and we left like 180 left. Would you guys say that's a decent amount of work done? Like, unable to obtain IP address, what the fuck? Your internet is due to... It's usually not, though. But it might be because the freaking internet, like, the apartment switched to a new internet service provider. I hate when it does this shit. Like, why can't I freaking connect my freaking Ethernet shit? Anyways. But yeah. 500 boxes. About 180 boxes left. I'd say we got a good amount done. Like, we busted our... we busted our ass getting that freight done that day. Well, what the fuck does my manager say about it the next day? She's all bitching about, like, you guys, like, she was like, was there anything going on, like, anything holding you guys back yesterday? Because you guys were supposed to have, like, you were supposed to have it down to 100 boxes. Like, apparently a supervisor told her, or apparently she said that a supervisor told us that we were supposed to have it down to 100 boxes, which I don't think she did tell us that. We were trying to get it down to, our goal, me and my coworker's goal was to try to get it under 200 boxes. I don't know if I'm gonna do battle mode because that means I have to make another thumbnail for that, which I don't want to do that during the stream. I feel like, honestly, I feel like the internet might be dead for... The internet might end up being dead for this. I might just end the stream after. I might just end the stream early, unfortunately, but... Oh. Well, now it's gonna let me do it. Or at least try to. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Alright, just get on back here. So, let's go ahead and we'll just set it for... Let's do 24. I don't know what race we were on when it disconnected. Wait. Okay, everything's set. Yeah, just get on in here when you can. Anyways... We busted our ass getting all that freight done. We were striving to get at least under 200 boxes before we left. We have a quota, and our quota is they want us getting 30 boxes an hour done. Which I think that whole shit is stupid. Just let me work as much. Just don't. Why should we have to have a fucking quota? Stream is lagging. I know. Maybe it's because people are hooking up the internet. Because it is a move-in day for the apartment. Like, a lot of people were moving in today, so maybe people are just hooking up their internet and they're using it all up and all that shit. I don't know. We were supposed to get 30 boxes an hour. We pretty much did 8 hours worth of work, which would have been like 240 boxes because I did the math. Which we got over 300 boxes done. So we were on top of the game. But my manager didn't think it was good enough, apparently. She's absolutely insane. She really pisses me off. It's like, if she's so concerned about us getting our freight done, then she would have... Yeah, another thing was, she was talking about that, yet she was having me do something else for like 2 hours before I could actually go back to the back and do freight. So yeah. It's like she doesn't care. She doesn't really care about us getting shit done, or she acts like she. If you're so unhappy at the job. I mean, I'm trying to, but I can't just leave without getting another job, which I know I need to look for. You gotta look for another job. But until I find another job, I'm forced to work there because I need money to survive. I just barely dodged that swamp. And I'm not the only one who can't stand my manager. I mean, I've talked to a lot of other coworkers. They say the same thing. I mean, one time when I was in the back, there was this one coworker. And my manager and this one coworker were pretty much arguing for 30 minutes because he doesn't like the way she runs things, which I agree, the way she runs things is kind of shit, but she doesn't care. She thinks she's right, like the way she thinks the way she runs things is the right way to do it, and she's one of those people that's like, if you're gonna work here, you gotta do it this way, which I can't. And the only thing it's like she's very obsessed with if there's one thing about that job that she just can't stress enough is you gotta take care of the customers. The customers are first, your job, and basically it's like, yeah, you got all this work to do, but if you see customers, you gotta help them even if they don't need help. Like, literally. Okay, let me ask you guys this. Have you ever had an associate of a store? Have you ever been to a store and an associate, asks you, hey, is there anything I can help you with today? And you respond with, I'm just looking, or I'm just browsing. Nah, I'm just browsing. That's basically a polite way of telling the manager, or not the manager. That's basically a polite way, the nicest, sweetest way you could tell an associate at a store, hey, I don't want anyone talking to me. I'm just looking around. Please fuck off. That's pretty much, I do it all the time. That's pretty much what I do. It's like, I don't really want an associate to talk to me. I mean, unless I really need their help, I will go up to one personally and ask them. But yeah, I mean, when you tell an associate, I'm just looking, you're basically telling them, hey, dude, can you please go, please? I'm just here to walk around. And this bitch, she's like telling people like she's obsessed with. She's like, she just can't stress enough that you need to help the customers out, that you need to ask open-ended questions. If they tell you that they're just looking, you need to kind of, that just, it's, even though that saying that they're just looking is a way of telling them, hey, fuck off, that's basically, you still need to try and talk to them and say, well, is there a certain something you are looking for? Or like, oh, you should, how about you go over there and look at that? It's like, if you're just looking, go look at this. We got a bunch of cool things. She basically, it's like, yeah. And then she was talking about like, you should walk up to a customer who may be just going there to use the bathroom. You sort of say, hey, while you're here, why don't you go to this aisle and check? Why don't you go check out this? We got deals on this. It's like, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to take a piss. We have another store we need to go to. We're just leaving the mall, and this is the closest bathroom. It's like, I don't have time. It's like, fuck off with this. Like, it just feels like the way she talks about. Yeah, that's what. It's almost like. That's what Kate was comparing. I was telling her about this the other day. She was basically saying that, like, it's almost like the way you're trying to talk to customers is. You're trying to sell them shit. It's like trying to freaking. It's almost. It feels like you're trying to ask him out on a date or some shit. Like, no. It's just like the way, her methods that she's describing for trying to get customers to buy their shit is basically it just feels like it's gonna pressure them, and that's what that one coworker that I talked about was like that's what he was arguing. Like I didn't hear the whole argument, but it sounded like he was talking about how like he feels like he's pressuring the customers. And it's like that, like, yeah, this is pressuring the customers. And she's like, no, it's not, even though. It's like, you don't know, like, every customer is different. They're gonna react differently. Everyone's different. Oh, you got a leaf sword? Oh, man. I'll catch you later, then. Thank you for stopping, boy. Boy. Ice outpost. Ooh, I got a DM from on my Discord by a boy. Yeah, I totally feel that sword. But yeah, I'll catch you later, dude. It's just me and Dry Bones. I might see if I can invite more people. Via would be down. Oh, she might be busy. Maybe I'll ask Noah, let's see. What about you, baby? You want to play Mario Kart? I'll be back, okay. When you get back, you want to play Mario Kart? I got a DM on my Discord, and really excited to see it because it's relating to a certain project that I revealed in my recent video, in my teaser videos. To meet someone I found someone who has agreed to help me with a big part of this particular thing. Alright, I don't know why I'm being so vague about it. It's the versus beneficial gamer mod that's currently in production. I'm not gonna say anything else though. I recently met a guy who offered to help me with this mod, and yeah, I'm gonna take a look. Ooh, okay. That looks neat. I've been disconnected. I think it's the shitty internet again. Oh, you gotta go anyway. Oh, that's why I disconnected. Damn, okay. Alright, well, I appreciate you joining, Dry Bones. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream since no one else is here to play Mario Kart. Kate's already in the shower. And it's just like, I don't think I'm gonna, I think I'll go ahead. It's almost at the 2-hour mark anyway. I was gonna do all 48 races, which takes about 3 hours. But, you know, I'm glad you all stopped by for it. I mean, it was a nice stream to come back to, or it was a nice stream to come back, like, to make a comeback. And tomorrow, I think I'm going to do an Animal Crossing stream. And so I hope you all look forward to that. I hope you look forward to another war getting onto the island of Stansville and all that jazz. So, but yeah, I'll catch you all later. And be sure to stay tuned for more streams and more content. I'll catch you all later. Bye.